the youth are thinking. Last year they were very clear, the issues of budgeting, budget making process, the finance bill. They were the ones who also, for the very first time, even made the proposal on social media that Fred Matiang'i was a possible candidate for president. Now we can see the excitement around Fred Matiang'i, the likes of Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, all swearing by the name Fred Matiang'i. Is that a way to say that probably even the politicians are getting what the youth are saying?
Well, if you don't get what the youth are saying, then you're lost. This is a time for the youth to basically lead, not necessarily by being the ones who are, the candidates up there, but in terms of guiding idea. The youth understand a new world order. They understand a new world order. They are so interconnected with the rest of the world that they actually seem to know what happens everywhere else. Our generation, our time, we're still very protective and self-preserving and not allowing this new world that the youth participate in to come in. You can see all over East Africa, all over Africa, that the presidential candidate wants to preserve themselves. They want to deal with opposition in a very ruthless way. In fact, it's catching on so badly that it's very easy now as opposition leaders to be just harassed and make sure that there's no competition, which is a very negative thing. If you do that now, you'll become the president, okay? But you still have to face a young population that's going to ask you questions. So I'd like to see that we begin to listen to these. What are they saying? They don't communicate in barazas, they don't communicate, but they have a way of communicating, and that is what we are now condemning. They say, okay, social media, whatever it is, but they have a way of doing their own barazas. But they understand the world, where it's going, and they are related from all over the world. So there is something they can help with tuning the conversations to the level of being current, being relevant. And so that group of people that we're ignoring should be the one to inform us. But finally, just to agree with what my colleagues have said.
As your parting shot, yes.
Yes, we have a very good opportunity in this country to balance the politics of the country, to create a situation where, without naming a particular person, there can be a very consensus on who will be the next president, who will be the candidate to challenge the current one. And I think that conversation, if carried on well, I think it is possible to arrive at that person.
Thank you, Bwana Poghisio Mwakalimulu. Your parting shot in about a minute or so.
Yeah, I think what I would say is basically following up on what Senator Poghisio has said, that